Dear students, the last class we discussed types of circulation. What is the circulation? Types of circulations we discussed in the last class. So types of circulation, how many types of circulations? There are two types. First one is the open circulation and closed circulations. The heart chambers, the fishes to the mammals, how many chambers the heart in the fishes, amphibians, reptiles, aves and mammals. So what is the open circulation system and closed circulatory system? Open type of circulatory system, blood flows, blood vessels with large spaces like that. Sinuses is called open type of circulatory system. Examples: arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, etc. Next, second one is closed type of circulatory system. So closed type of circulatory systems, blood flows, blood vessels with blood capillaries is called closed type of circulatory systems. So open type of circulation and closed type of circulation. Closed type of circulatory systems examples. Closed type of circulatory systems examples and all vertebrate animals. So vertebrate animals, some of the molluscan animals, molluscan phylum of the animals, cephalopods and all vertebrates. Vertebrates means fishes, amphibians, reptiles, aves and mammals. So this is in this regarding the types of circulations and chambers of heart. How many chambers of heart in the fishes to the mammals? Fishes only two chambered heart and branchial heart, venous heart and single circulation of the heart we will discuss previous class. And amphibians, how many chambered heart? Only three chambered heart. And reptiles, three chambered heart. Aves and mammals, the four chambered heart. This regarding totals, the last class we discussed in the previous class the accomplishment by the types of circulations. Now let us see the heart structure of heart, the vascular system, the human vascular system. Human vascular system is a heart, external structure of heart. External structure of heart. So external structure of heart. So heart, main pulsating organ. Heart is the main pulsating organ. The contraction and relaxation. The contraction, relaxation, main pulsating organs in the heart. Muscular heart. Heart is originate in the mesoderm layers. Heart is originate in mesoderm layer. So heart, muscular heart originate in mesoderm layers. Because the muscles, all types of the muscles originate in mesoderm layers and all nerve cells originate in ectoderm layers. So that heart is made of the muscles. So muscles they originate in mesoderm layers. Heart is originate in mesoderm layers. The pulsating organ, main pumping organs are pulsating organs. Circulatory system's main organ is heart. So the similars, for examples, the motor, pipes and waters, the similar. So heart, blood vessels and blood, the same similars. The heart motors, the similars to the heart, the pipes and similars to the blood vessels and waters and similars to the blood. So not only heart is cannot pumping the blood. The heart is present, blood vessels with blood. All three types. The blood, the pump through the pumping, the main organs in the heart, contraction, relaxations, receiving the blood through the different type of the body parts through the blood vessels. Blood vessels, how many types of blood vessels? Two types, the arteries and veins. So arteries and veins, so in our bodies, the exposed blood vessels in the arteries or veins. So veins, exposed blood vessels in some type of the persons some of the persons exposed blood vessels. So exposed blood vessels ne veins. So arteries only internal organs, so cannot expose the arteries. Arteries the circulate only oxygenated blood, the veins circulate to the oxygenate or deoxygenated blood. Veins collecting or carries the deoxygenated blood, arteries carries the oxygenated blood. The arteries and veins collecting the deoxygenated and oxygenated blood circulates to the different body parts. Whenever the contraction relaxation of the heart and the pulsating, the contraction relaxations, the lifelong simultaneously lifelong cannot fatigue. So cannot fatigue always the contraction relaxation, the blood close in the blood vessels to the different body parts. So heart is muscular, pulsating, so simultaneous pulsating mesoderm origin in mesoderm layers. The heart is origin in mesoderm layers, the pulsating organs. External structure of the heart. Heart is a muscular heart. Heart is covered by the two walls. The two walls you see the fibrous and serous. The fibrous serous layers, outer fibrous pericardium, outer two layers, outer fibrous pericardium and inner serous pericardium. So outer two layers, the heart is made of the two walls. This is one wall, this is another wall. This is the outer wall, this is the inner wall. Outer wall is called outer fibrous pericardium, inner wall is called serous pericardium. The serous pericardium, the two walls, the serous pericardium, two layers. Serous pericardium made of the two layers. This walls made of the two layers. So two layers, outer layer and inner layer. Outer layer is called parietal layer. Inner layer is called visceral layer. So visceral layer, inner layer is called visceral layer. So visceral layer, parietal layer and visceral layers. So parietal layer is called, this is the visceral layer and parietal layer. So parietal layer and visceral layers, the two layers, the made of the serous pericardium. Heart is covered by the two walls. The outer wall is called outer fibrous pericardium, inner wall is called inner serous pericardium. So outer fibrous pericardium, serous pericardium divides the, so this made of two layers. Outer layer is called parietal layer, inner layer is called visceral layers. The parietal layer and visceral layers. So parietal layer and visceral layers, in between the small empty space. So this is the empty space, this space. So with parietal layer and visceral layers. So parietal layer and visceral layers, in between the empty space is formation. This empty space is called this space. This space is called, so this space, the pericardial cavity, pericardial cavity. Pericardial means serous pericardiums, the made of two layers. Outer layer is called parietal layers, inner layer is called visceral layers. In between the two layers, the empty space is formation. This empty space is called pericardial cavity. Pericardial cavity filled. This pericardial cavity filled with the pericardial fluid. Pericardial cavity filled with the pericardial fluid. pericardial cavity filled with the pericardial fluid. Pericardial fluids, the help of the pericardial fluids reduces the frictions. Reduces the friction. Reduces the friction. So reduces the frictions. They allow the smooth movement of the heart. They allow the smooth movement of the heart. Any mechanical injuries, the protections, and reduces the frictions, allow the smooth movement of the heart and the smooth contraction relaxation of the heart. See, the heart is where is situated in heart? Heart is situated in the mediastinum. The mediastinum is thoracic cavity or abdominal cavity. Heart is located the thoracic cavity up to ribs or rib cage. The rib cage is the thoracic cavity and behind the part is abdominal cavity. So abdominal cavity and thoracic cavity, in between the two cavities, the diaphragm. So diaphragm separations from the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. So thoracic cavity main organs. So main organs protections from the ribs and the rib cage. So the lungs, heart. The lungs and heart in the protection in the rib cage or ribs. So the heart is situated or located in between the two lungs. In between the lungs, or heart is on each one either side by the two lungs. So in between the heart is the muscular, the crunched left. The crunched left, just the around the left side, just bend the left side of the heart. The heart is located in the mediastinum. The mediastinums in between the two lungs, the clenched left. The clenched left means the small and clenched left of the heart is present. The heart is external structure of the heart, mainly external structure of the heart. So heart is the external structure of the heart. In the how many chambered heart? Only 4 chambered heart. 4 chambers means the 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. The 2 auricles in the upper part and the 2 ventricles in the lower part. The 2 auricles and 2 ventricles, so outer surface, the transverse grooves formations in the coronary sulcus. Heart is outer surface of going to be the coronary sulcus. So coronary sulcus. So coronary sulcus. The 2 auricles and the 2 ventricles is divide. The transverse grooves formation is called coronary sulcus. The coronary sulcus outer surface exposed. The outer surface exposed the coronary sulcus divides the 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. The 4 chambered heart only externally. You can see the external the heart only 4 chambered heart. Outer surface covered by the coronary arteries and coronary sulcus. The coronary arteries, so nodules type in the patches of the coronary arteries is present and coronary sulcus is divides the transverse grooves formation of the external structure of the heart. The next internal structure of the heart I will continue the next session.